Sports. It's in the game.
Boom! They put a big hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hands.
Today, from Los Angeles, California, this is the National Football League.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'm sure after he called the ball and looked up, he thought to himself, uh-oh, trying to find some space, trying to make people miss. But a swarm of defenders were there, and they dropped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jones is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll drop this down to Williams, and he is going to have a Rams first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He'll get this complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something.
Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty. 2
of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. C.J. Ham. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Big. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Play action. Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The LA offense ready for this next possession. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their face.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best off.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have them.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now Jones trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Darnold. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because The guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Ooh, with a juke. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Rams ready to go on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A beautiful fake. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Addison will go in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Byron Young there on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Faking the give. Darnold completes this to Addison out left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 76 yards. And the Rams are able to claw one back. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to... And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This is caught by Addison. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Flushed out right. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Darnold to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings just continue to roll. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Escapes the defender, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there on the fake field goal. 32 yards.
Well, normally you line up to kick a field goal on 4th down. But in this situation, they decided to do it a little bit early and then still ran a fake.
I'm just shaking my head because this is everything about this situation is so weird. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. Again, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
That time, a 9-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Oh, what a catch by Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Up the middle, Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is, For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one, but they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.